It was a big deal. Another big enchilada for my campaign. We're looking at all along wanting to get the top endorsement of the Bike Coalition. I worked with a lot of folks around San Francisco who are bikers to help develop the platform and to share it with people all across the city. We had spots in the Panhandle, by the Wiggle, down here in Valencia, Market, in Valencia to share it, and I think it has impact. I really appreciate the work that was put into it, and whatever happens, I want to be back before it in San Francisco. Well, I think funding is the biggest issue overall, and so as mayor, I want to make sure that we're doing everything we can do to maximize funding for Muni. Of course, looking at efficiency, but we got to find revenue from outside the city. We lost about $65 million from the state each year because of the state cuts. We have to maximize our ability to get money from the feds, the Metropolitan Transportation Commission, and we have to find a local source of funding. There's a lot of talk about doing the vehicle license fee. I support that, and I will actually bring resolutions at the Board of Supervisors in support of the vehicle license fee. And we need state law to be able to enact that first. So we have to get that done first and foremost, and hopefully the government will sign. But then I will work assiduously to make that happen here locally. We have those orders to get it approved, and I will campaign in favor of that. Looking at other sources of revenue, whatever we can find. Second issue, I would say, is that we don't have an infrastructure that really supports Muni, especially in the more distant neighborhoods from downtown, neighborhoods that are furthest from downtown. So we talk about the Sunset, Bayview Hunters Point, Outer Mission. We have a lot of cutbacks that happen where buses and light rail lines don't go to the final destination. They go partway down and leave people stranded on the street waiting for the next bus or next train. That's not something I will do away with. Because if we want to make San Francisco truly a transit-first city, we have to make it transit-first and foremost where there are fewest options, and they can bring more options out there so people have a choice to get out of their cars. And then I want to look at how we can enhance the management experience. We need fewer managers, bring them in and have them work more closely together, and there's not as much competition between different parts of planning and parts of development of new projects within the Muni system. It's something that I think causes some balkanization and prevention of really maximizing our local dollars. Well, we just passed, it's an issue. We have to figure out how to lower overtime and make sure that we can maximize straight time use of workers. And sometimes overtime is used as a cost savings to prevent hiring new staff who we have to pay for public benefits, and which are at about a third of the cost. But overall, we need to reduce the overtime and put a minimum in place, and you will need more rigorous certification process to approve overtime limits. I think making the shifts work more effectively as well will help reduce overtime. I voted against it because I thought it was more of a gimmick than actual real effort to change it. The part that was most compelling was the overtime limits that were in the MTA. But overall, I knew it wasn't going to have any major reduction in overtime. It was just kind of spreading that overtime around over more employees. And I just thought, what's the point of this? He's trying to tout it as something that's going to reduce overtime, but in fact, it truly wasn't.